Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Skrilly. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you the best M4A1 class setup video, or best class setup. And this is especially for CDL. This is what the pro players use. So if you want to play like a pro, use this class for the M4. And so you're going to want to have the M4 with the compensator, barrel. I switched back to the M16. Corvus Custom's also very good. They're both really good. I mean, it's really personal preference on those two, whichever one you feel like works better for you. But M16 is what a lot of pros use, but Corvus is also pretty good. Optic, a lot of pros don't use an optic. The iron sights are pretty good on the M4, and it slows down your aim down sight speed if you do put an optic on by a little bit. So no optic leaves some other slots open. And then you want to use no stock, and this makes the gun like way faster. This is pretty much a necessity, especially if you're playing a faster paced game type, such as hardpoint or even domination. And then other than that, rear grip, stippled grip tape is pretty much the best one all around. Increases the sprint to fire speed, aim down sight speed, and that's pretty much all you want to use there. And then underbarrel, Commando foregrip, it's the first one you unlock, and it is just by far the best. None of the other ones are really, really that useful. So yeah, that's the entire M4 setup for that gun. It's really good class, very balanced. I mean, you can play faster with it. You can also play slower with it. It's got good recoil control. Really great class. This is a really fun class to use. You can use it for any game mode, playing it about any pace. Then moving on to the secondary weapon. If you saw my MP5 class setup video, I mentioned this. I've been experimenting with the M19. I think a lot of pros have started using it, so I decided to give it a try because I had been using just the combat knife right here just to run around with, because I typically don't use a secondary, but can come in clutch in some situations. So I have a M19 with a compensator, lightweight barrel, mini reflex optics, stippled grip tape, and a match grade trigger. It does the trick in a pinch if I don't have time to reload and I need to just swap weapons. So that's nice. Perks, I have EOD, pretty good for an AR because people will try to nade you off the head glitches and stuff. So you always want to have that, especially if you're playing a chaotic game mode like domination, where you're trying to capture a flag and they just keep throwing nades at you. And yeah, you don't want to die to those every time. So yeah, just run EOD. Double time, not that useful in an AR class. It's not even that useful in general as long as you're slide canceling. So yeah, just run EOD. Perk 2, again, if you're playing CDL, like all these are banned, and Ghost doesn't even matter because there's no UAVs or none of that in CDL. But in general, you want to run Ghost anyways, no matter what game mode you're playing, especially Search and Destroy if you're playing the public version. And yeah, Ghost has been a great perk since the beginning of Call of Duty. So yeah, just run Ghost. Perk 3, run Tune Up. It's probably the best one of all these four that are available in CDL. Battle Harden's probably a close second. But personally, I don't get stunned a whole lot, I want to say. It really just depends on the game. If I'm having a problem with getting stunned a lot in the game, I will pull it out. But generally, I just use Tune Up. It reduces the charge time of field upgrades such as Dead Silence and Trophy System by 40%, which cuts it almost in half, which is extremely useful. So yeah, those are the best three perks you want to use: EOD, Ghost, and Tune Up. Lethal, you want to use a Simtex or a frag. I prefer the Simtex because you don't have to cook it. You can just throw it out. It's quick. You can stick it to walls or whatever, and it won't roll around and miss as easily. Frag grenades is good, but you can get caught cooking it sometimes and lose important gunfights like that. And then tactical, stun, smoke, or flash. I switch these depending on the game and the situation. Smoke's really good, but I also like to have a stun and flash if I play more aggressive, or if I want to like stun check a bomb site or something to know if the enemy's there. So yeah, that's the best M4A1 class setup in Modern Warfare today. This is what the pros are using. And yeah, if you do want to add an optic, you're going to want to remove the compensator and put an optic on. Preferably this first Cronin mini reflex is one of the more popular ones, or the GI mini reflex, wherever it's at, right here. Those are the only two sights you really want to be using. But personally, I'd recommend just getting used to the iron sights and throwing on a compensator because it gives you a lot more recoil control. But yeah, that's the best M4A1 class setup video. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and see you guys next time.